we are on a boat called All About You Too. While I love sailboats, I still wanted to have a yacht that has space. So we kind of made a hybrid between a motor yacht and a sailboat. So we have the sails and we have fantastic performance when we sail with the wind. Usually a yacht like this with such a mast will need a keel of 6-7 meters. We want to get into all the marinas, we want to go to the Caribbean, so we designed a special keel which is only 3.5 meters. So we can go anywhere with this yacht and still the performance is kept, so we're very happy with the product.
It's actually a sport yacht, but it also has the possibility to have guests on board, 6 guests to be exact. And it marries the concept of having different kind of toys on board and guests, so it can operate as a standalone vessel, or it can actually support a mother yacht and maybe take overflow crew or overflow guests on board. That's the basic concept of this boat. She has a great range. She can easily cross the Atlantic at 12 knots. If you look at the bow, it's very fine entry. And actually it's the X-bow concept, which means that it reduces vertical accelerations. And that's when you hit a wave. It's really harsh. It reduces that by 70% compared to a conventional fast boat.
The Wally Tender 48 is built in carbon fiber, so it's a very light boat, which means that you need smaller engines, so at the end you are very sustainable. In the cabin is quite big. You have a king-size bed with the shower is separated from the bathrooms, so it's quite comfortable. Outside you have a galley and you have a table where you can seat 8 to 10 people.
We are on Metis. This is a 63-meter long steel aluminum yacht, brand new, was delivered in April to a German client of us. The boat has a beam overall at 10.9 meters and it is propelled by 2 MTUs for 1380 kilowatt each, standard propulsion. The boat has a very beautiful beach area on the back with 2 hatches opening right and left side, offering really a very nice area to enjoy the sea and the boat together. It's an in-outdoor feeling. In total, it can accommodate 12 guests in 8 cabins, has 13 crew members in 9 cabins, and has anything else what a luxurious yacht like this would need to provide.
The Revolution series is designed by Evan Marshall, who works out of London, and he's done profile and also the interior. The engineering was done by Arapato and also with Ocean Alexander in-house engineering team. I think something that we do very well that we want to bring over to the European market is not just our expansive windows. That seems to be an industry trend, but I think it's something that we do quite well with our significant investments in engineering, aerospace grade, aluminum beam structure, but also the fact that we actually have a sky lounge, which doubles as a second salon. We have actually a very good production methodology. All of our yachts are painted, so that I think differentiates us with some of the other manufacturers.
Gulfcraft started in 1982, 36 years almost now. And as usual, started a small company and started as a hobby. And through time, it's changed into a very serious hobby and a business.
This is the debut of the Nomad 95 SUV, and it's the first time that we've really brought the Nomad brand into Europe. And it's a market that we're really getting serious about, so it's fantastic to be here in amongst such a prestigious competition. The yacht is basically designed for extended time on the water with family and friends. Very, very comfortable. Particular features are the tender garage where we can fit a tender and 2 jet skis, and we have an enclosed sky lounge on the upper deck.
We intend 2020 to produce another one with hybrid and solar energy also. We take it step by step We studied the solar energy for 3 years and then we implemented and it was successful. It was actually better than even our expectation. We hope that next year when we bring a hybrid yacht, it will be also such a success.
Aesthetically is a very classic North European yacht, but internally the idea came from the owner, asked us to study hybrid propulsion, meaning fully hybrid, so diesel generation, batteries, traditional diesel engines. The ship is 31 meters overall with a 7-meter beam. The owner chose the interior arrangement because they asked for 3 cabins on the lower deck, so 6 guests maximum, and a crew area on the forward part of the ship for 4 persons of crew. And then we have this fly bridge where especially the owner lives on this area during the summer.
My name is Nuno, I'm from the Azores, Portugal, and at the moment I'm the captain on this beautiful yacht. It's Sunreef 80 power. Previous owners that they had other boats, they looking for this concept mainly because of stability, comfort, and obviously space. There's a new generation of engines on board, which is to man 1,200 horsepower and to be able to do 12 knots cruising speed at 35-40 liters an hour. I think it's very reasonable. On a boat like this, 80-foot catamaran, comparing to other monohulls, bigger motor yachts, it's very hard to find such a big space. It's like having your own little island in the middle of the paradise.
Ancoa has been established 8 years ago, and they are specialized in 50 meters plus yachts. Pintador is, first of all, is hybrid motor yacht. So you can decide whether to go with a standard propulsion or you can use a hybrid propulsion. The hull is in aluminum and the superstructure is also in aluminum. And since we are a boutique shipyard, the owner asked us to make a helipad touch and go in the bow. It was delivery last week of May, and in 3 months has cruised over 4,000 miles. So we believe that the owner was quite happy.
During the summer 3 years ago, we spoke about the new construction, something new for a different point of view of using boat. He said, I want my home, not just a yacht, because I want to live on board for a long, long time. 15 knots maximum speed, 10, 11 knots give 5,000 miles range. Caterpillar engine. We have a large space open in the back where we have invite guests. We have a place to storage the 9-meter tender that we have for the long range.
The yacht was conceived some 3 years ago for a very experienced client who'd sailed for many years. His remit to us was he wanted a performance blue water cruiser that he could sail around the world with his family, but when he wanted to, he could strip it down and take it onto the racetrack. So we were challenged on weight and performance for the boat, but at the same time comfort. It has a retractable propulsion system contained within it, which means the propeller retracts into the hull to leave a smooth hull shape when sailing. It has high voltage DC batteries on it, one of the first boats for us running at 600 volts. We're doing quite a lot of work in regeneration when actually driving, so when we're sailing through the water we're able to turn the propeller and regenerate electricity that way. And when sailing we can generate up to 20-25 kilowatts of power, which basically sustains the boat in eco mode.
We partnered up with Mannerfeld, the design team in Sweden, and asked them to design a hull that can be very efficient fuel-wise and very fast, and they did an impressive job doing this. The boat is extremely fast with very small engines, very fuel efficient and very comfortable, very smooth. Basically with two 250 horsepower outboards, the boat can go up to 60 knots, which is impressive for a 10-meter boat. Doing custom tenders, every customer wants something different. And we asked Ted Mannerfeld to design everything to be modular, so we could change things around and basically to be able to cater to any customer's wishes. So we have separate modules for couches, sunbeds, tables, cockpit, and then you just build it as the customer wants.
We brought a dream boat this year. It's a 90 meter, steer designed by Espen Oino, and the interior designed by Terence Disdale. Dream boat is a beam of 14.2. She has MTU engines, reaching a top speed of 21 knots, cruising at 15 knots, with a range of 6,000 nautical miles. We have approximately 1,000 square meter of exterior space, 1,000 square meter of interior space. If you're on board, it has a very calm, cozy, homely feeling. So even though you have a lot of materials, they're not competing for attention.
First time that we bring a boat of this size. It's one of the largest ever built in Italy. So I think it ranks number 6 by length in Italian yachting industry. So it's a good achievement. This boat is 80 meter long, it's 13 meter wide, is a volume of 2,200 gross tons, so it's quite a big yacht, I mean, voluminous boat. She can accommodate up to 14 guests, beach club of 200 square meters with sauna, Turkish bath, and a big pool, 8 meter pool on the top deck. That is pretty much everything you can expect, you know, on a boat of this size.
Here we are at the upper deck. This is probably one of the most comfortable area. She has 5 bedrooms, including a master, 2 VIP, 1 double bed, twin bed cabin, and 3 double bed cabins, and the master in the main deck forward area. And in the staircase we have glass all over at every floor, so that the light is really going down to the guest lobby. We have a nice beach club at the aft lower deck and a tender garage with the 565 Williams tender. 2 jet skis in the bow area, just in front of the second jacuzzi. It's very comfortable. She's very stable and very fuel efficient, I have to say, because she burns only 100 liter, approximately 97 liter, with 10.5 knot of speed, 2 engines and 1 generator.
It's a steel and aluminum construction with a classical external design and a very modern and elegant interior, both by Francesco Pascoschi and Margherita Gasparini. This is 55 meters of length for 10.20 meters of beam, 760 gross tonnage. We have 5 cabins plus the owner's apartment and also accommodation for 13 crew. One of the main features in this boat is that the family accommodation is all on one deck. It's a way of keeping the family together in a very privacy environment.